Well, it's been a while since you guys have been on the road. Phil, the team's looking forward to an away trip?
Yeah, well, we had 3 home games in a row, or the showdown was an away game, but 3 at home in Adelaide, which has been great. So, and really we haven't lost an away game for a couple of years now, so hopefully that trend continues, but we're coming up against a pretty good opponent.
Well, Brisbane are top of the table at the moment. How do you take them on their midfield, for example, with Ali Anderson, Emily Bates? They're pretty classy.
Yeah, well, and it's not just their midfield. Those two in the midfield. We think we got a pretty good midfield as well, so that'll be a great matchup. But they got some terrific defenders. Kate Luckins is back. They've got Conan down there. They've got Grider down there, and then up forward they've got Jessie Wardlaw, who's the leading goal kicker in the AFLW. So they're pretty good in all lines. Yeah, we'd like to think we're pretty reasonable in all lines as well, but the bookmakers and the experts, which I'm not one, but are suggesting that they're the favourites to win the premiership. So, we want to be in that conversation, and the way to be in that conversation is to make a statement this Friday.
How does that sit with you, that you're not the favourites?
It's always good to be the underdog, so that doesn't worry us that much. But quite rightly they're favourites. I mean, as I said, I'm not an expert, but I still think it's justified that they're the favourites for this year. The way they've played, they're a powerful side. They score really heavily, so we'll have our work cut out. But I think our season has been pretty slow to start, but we snuck in 3 of our first 4 games for wins, and then we've been pretty good in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So, look, I think it's going to be a great game, and everyone should enjoy it.
What does a win say then, Harps, to the rest of the comp if you're able to get up?
Well, the win says we're as good as the others, as good as the favourite. At the moment, people are saying we're not that good, and so a win says we are that good. So that's the difference between the 2 results.
And you just touched on why you're so good on the road, or that you haven't lost a game on the road for a couple of years. What is it about the girls? Why do they travel so well, do you think?
Oh, well, look, I think they're just a quality group of people. I mean, anyone that's had anything to do with these girls, they're a quality group of people. They're exceptionally good footballers as well, and they prepare like nothing else to try and be good, whether we're at home, away, or wherever. So that's probably the secret: just good people, good quality players, and an ability to grind it out when the going gets tough, when you're away from home and the crowd's against you.
Phil, what do you think's different now, the team that lost in round 1 to a team that's won 6 in a row? What are the differences, do you think?
Yeah, I think we're just a little bit more settled in a few positions. We've tried a lot of things. We're 7 weeks in now, and we've tried a lot of different things, and I think you'll see that I think we've played 29 of our 30 players so far this year, and we're just trying to get the best 21 that'll take us to the ultimate goal. So I think we're more settled and we're more confident in the people around in those positions.
Does that include...
Was that sort of to do with like an adjustment period from a little bit of change over the off-season then?
Yeah, obviously there was the change with the 3 girls going to Port, 1 going to Fremantle, and so we had to find the right mix to get us playing our best footy, and we think it did take us 3 or 4 weeks to do that. But we think we've got that now, and hopefully we can remain injury-free and suspension-free and be able to play our best team each week from now on.
Danielle Ponter in the midfield last week as well. Is that where we see more of that against Brisbane?
Well, I'd like to say that was our suggestion, but that was Doc's suggestion, so you haven't got Doc here today, but he made that call for her to go into the midfield in the last quarter, and it proved to be a match winner. She got the ball out several times. She kicked the goal from the midfield that she hadn't done in the forward line. So, we might see more of her. She's a pretty special player, and she can do some pretty special things. So you might see a little bit more of her in the midfield in short bursts. But I'd like to have 2 of her, 1 in the midfield and 1 down forward.
Any changes, Harper?
There'll be some changes. We just still got to get through training this afternoon, but it looks like Eloise Jones will come up. It looks like Neve Kelly will come up. So, we'll have to find some spots for them. And Hannah Button, who attended her best friend's wedding last week, will be available for selection. So, there could be up to 3 changes.
I was looking through Chelsea Randall. I mean, we're talking about her a lot this season because she's having a good one. But she, before season 7, she'd kicked 10 career goals. None after round 8 2021. She has now kicked 6 goals in the last 3 games. Can you explain that?
Yeah. That's easy to explain because she played in the back line most of the time. She didn't kick many goals. But if you play her in the forward line, she'll kick goals. She's been great as a forward. We played her probably predominantly in the first half of the season in the midfield, and then she gets the ball out of the middle. And if we play her back, she dominates down back, and if we play her forward, she kicks goals. So that's another one. I'd love to have a Chelsea Randall forward, a Chelsea Randall midfield, and a Chelsea Randall backline player. But we've only got one of her, and we're trying to put her everywhere because she's so good.
She is having an amazing season though, isn't she? I heard someone talk about the fact that she's now working in the men's program, so she's sort of around the footy a bit more, getting her touch up. Do you think that's got anything to do with it?
Well, she seems to think it does. I mean, she's probably, not at the moment because the boys are away, but when the boys were here, she was probably getting 1,000 extra touches a week because she was out there, trying to help them with their craft. So I think that's been a real bonus for Chelsea. And I mean, injury-free has helped as well. Last year she only played 4 or 5 games because she had that problem with her hamstring, but now she's injury-free. And, like if we had our time over, Chelsea Randall will be the first person you'd pick to come and be at your footy club because she's just so good for the culture of the group as well as being a star player.
Harper, do you have anything to do with the men's during the trade period at all?
No. I'm in the recruiting side, so looking at the potential players coming through, but not in the actual trade side.